I know the title sounds crazy. If you want more battery life, you have to charge your phone less. How is that possible? In order to get more battery, charge your phone more, which is what you're thinking, but that's just not the way you should be thinking. And let me explain why. So first of all, you have to understand how batteries work. So I'm assuming everybody by now, including you watching this video, knows that every time you charge your phone, every battery life cycle, every charge cycle, your battery just loses a little bit of health, and over time your battery weakens from 100% capacity when you first get your phone.
Charging your phone too much isn't the only thing on this list that will ruin your battery life. There are two more things that you have to see and are very important to the life of your iPhone.
Now, if you want to know what a charge cycle is when your phone goes from 0 to 100%. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to have your phone has to be at 0% to 100% charged to complete one cycle. It could be from 60 to 80 and it'll keep adding up. And every time 100% occurs, that'll be one charge cycle. Now, the more charge cycles that you have on your phone, the weaker it's going to be, okay? The weaker knees it gets, okay? Bee's knees. So what people tend to do, and I see is a common trend amongst, especially people like me of the younger generation, but a lot of people do this, it's let their phone charge overnight. Now, this is really convenient if you're going to school, if you're going to work. I did this all the time. I'm guilty as charged. My hand on the wall, my wanted poster on the streets. I do this, okay? It's really convenient if you're going to work, whatever. But that means your phone is going to be at 100% for a while. Now, it doesn't mean your phone is charging all night. Your phone will actually pause the charging. But regardless, your phone is still at 100% capacity, which is not good for the battery at all. So the best way to save your battery life for an extended period of time is to charge it less, okay? Charge it less and you will get more battery. And how do you do that? It's very, very simple. You have... Am I recording? You have to make sure that your phone doesn't do one of these two things. Go below 20% and charge it over 80%. Now, the newest iPhones have a feature where you can hard lock the charging at 80%. Now, I did that once, and for some reason, my phone was at 86%, even though I charged it from 50, and I have the setting on, which doesn't make sense. So sometimes it may not work, but regardless, it does work majority of the time. What if I don't have an iPhone? What if I have an Android? It follows the same rules. If you have a Quest headset, it follows the same rules. Anything with a lithium-ion battery, it does not matter. It follows the same rules. Now, not everything will tell you the battery health. This one doesn't. There's still one key thing left before you click off the video that you must make sure that you have in order to keep your battery health, and that thing is this right here, the cable. Now, this is the new cable, the new charging cable that comes with the iPhone 15s and the new AirPod Pros. It feels like a shoelace, actually. Feels like a shoelace. I love it, kind of, because it can bend in any direction. But the point is, you have to have a good quality wire when charging your phone. If you go out and buy a cheap knockoff wire, a couple of things can happen. First of all, your charging speeds may be greatly reduced. I know we all have the big fat, now I'm not trying to body shame, but I know we have the all big fat 20-watt chargers now, because who uses the little tiny 5 watts annoyances? I don't know why Apple thought it was a good idea to ship those things anyways. But we all have this, and this charges my phone pretty quickly, in my opinion. Now, if you do get a cheap wire, what that can do is reduce your charging speeds, for one, have horrible transfer speeds, two, and if it's a bad wire, it could generate heat on your phone, which can and will damage the battery. Now, what you can do is you make sure you get the Apple wire, even though it's kind of overcharged. If you do get the cable directly from Apple, those are guaranteed high quality, just like their phones, just like most of their products. Or you can get ones from online Anchor. There are a lot of trusted ones out there. But there's still one more thing left for when it comes to saving your battery for the long term. Now, I mentioned heat earlier. Now you're wondering, what does heat have to do with cooking? Heat has a lot to do with cooking, but that's not the point. It cooks your battery and makes it worse. Now, what do I mean by that? The heat ruins your battery over time. So let's say you go out to play sports and you leave your phone outside. I do this all the time. Your phone will overheat, therefore damaging the battery. So make sure you follow this rule from yours truly. Keep your phone in a cool place. Now, every time I go out and play with my friend basketball, volleyball, soccer, whatever sport it may be, because I am bilingual, I am a polyglot when it comes to sports, and I'm assuming my viewers are too. I appreciate you watching the video.